Okay, I think we're starting. Sorry for the delay, guys. We're back. We're beginning this week's live stream. So, welcome to this week's live stream here on our channel. Thanks very much for joining us as always this week. This week's topic is going to be exchanging contact information. So I hope we can talk about a lot of things. Today I want to talk about how to exchange contact information in a way that doesn't make the other person feel uncomfortable. And we're also going to talk about how to maybe accept or refuse if someone asks you for your contact information. So we're going to start in just a couple minutes. I see YouTube chat is up. Hi, everybody in YouTube chat. Rim from Cambodia, hello. Wissam, good morning. Marcelo, hello. Jairo, hello. Freddie, Alex from Russia, hi. Great. Eduardo from Guatemala, fantastic. YouTube is ready. Facebook will be up in just a moment. In the meantime, though, there's something I try to do a quick review of every lesson, show how I used some words that we talked about in the previous lesson in my life. So I think in just a second, I'm going to show a photo just from Twitter, a screenshot from Twitter about some way that I used last week's point in my life. So last week we talked about New Year's resolutions. And New Year's resolutions, I said that there's like a set phrase that we usually use, New Year's resolutions. But we can also use the word goal to talk about those things. So you'll see here in just a minute. Yeah, I said this year I definitely have some goals. So I didn't use the word resolution here. But I said, I think rather than write about them, it'll be better to share them as they happen. So you can talk about your goals or your resolutions generally, as I did here. That's fine too. So this is how I used last week's point in my everyday life. All right, but great. So that's good. Then I want to mention a couple of questions. Actually, a few people had the same question about a vocabulary word I used in last week's live stream, and that was about the word low-key. I said that I had a very low-key holiday, and people said, what does low-key mean? This word. If you're not sure, if you weren't in last week's live stream, I used the word low-key, this word here. This was a word that I used to talk about my holiday. And people said, what does low-key mean? I don't know what that word means. Low-key is a very casual word. It's kind of a slang word. It means low intensity. So low-key means like low intensity. So it means like quiet or relaxed or not a lot of force or not like emotional. Very, very low intensity, low-key. So this is a nice word to explain a day off or like to explain an event, to explain a party, like a low-key party or a low-key barbecue or a low-key night out, for example. So that's a word that I talked about last week. But today we're going to talk about how to exchange your contact information. So we have a couple points I want to mention, kind of 3 parts for today's lesson. I think, actually, I see Facebook is up now too. Great, that's fantastic. So Facebook, hi, from Algeria. Great, Carlos and Richard. Hi, Richard, welcome back. Rusberto from Atlanta. Great, good. Okay, everybody's here. So I want to start today's topic. By the way, if you haven't already, please make sure to hit the like button on YouTube or on Facebook. It helps other people to find the video. So if you're just joining, please make sure to hit the like button and of course, share if you want to as well. But okay, I want to start today's topic. So today's topic, as I said, is exchanging contact information. We're going to break it into 3. I've decided to break it into 3 parts. First, we're going to talk about how to ask for someone else's information. But I know that many of you probably know, like, what's your phone number or what's your email address. I want to talk about asking about like social media accounts and how to ask that in a polite way. So in a way that makes the other person feel comfortable. So that's 1. 2, I want to talk about how to ask and give your contact information in a business setting, so something a bit more formal. That will be the second point for today. Sorry, I'm going to steal mine. And then the third point I want to talk about for today is responding to requests for your contact information. So that's those 3. Okay, but let's begin with the first topic that I said I wanted to talk about. How do you ask for someone's information? So please be careful. I want to review this word we've talked about many times on the channel. So Michael and I have talked about this word. I've talked about this word in Ask Alicia, the word creepy. So when you ask someone for their contact information, don't be creepy. Remember, the word creepy, it's a casual, it's kind of an everyday word, but it means a person who causes nervous feelings in other people. So we need to ask for contact information, but we should not be creepy about it. So first point is don't begin your conversation asking for someone's contact information. So that's rather creepy. So if you walk up to somebody and say, hey, can I have your phone number? Hey, can I have your email address? It's strange and uncomfortable. So first, please make sure to speak with the other person for a while, for a short time, and then perhaps gently, politely ask for their contact information. So please avoid saying, give me your Facebook, give me your Instagram, because these sound rather creepy, or they can, or they sound, a similar word is pushy. These words can sound creepy or pushy. So pushy means a person who tries to push the other person, to convince the other person to do something. So please don't be creepy, don't be pushy. These are 2 key points for today. So what should you say? What should you say? So I'm going to talk about just 3 example sentences you can use to ask for someone's social media account, so exchanging contact information through social media. So in these example sentences, I'm using just a few popular social media platforms, but you can of course choose the platform that is that you are interested in using. So we'll look at it here in just a second. I think it'll come in just a second. But instead of saying, give me your Facebook or give me your Instagram or something, we'll instead say, do you use Facebook? Do you use Instagram? Do you use WhatsApp? These are much, much better questions. So the reason, so why is this? Why is saying, do you use Facebook? Why is this better? It's because if you use this question, the other person has the chance to say no. The other person can say, no, I don't use Facebook, or no, I don't use Instagram. So if the other person feels uncomfortable, then this is a chance for them to say, no, I don't want to exchange my contact information. So this is a much, much better question to ask. Do you use Facebook? Do you use Instagram? Do you use WhatsApp? Ask this question. If the other person says no, then you can say, oh, okay, I understand. And then maybe you can ask, is there another way I can contact you? Which is fine, email address or phone number. But if they say yes to this question, then you can follow up. So we'll talk about that in just a moment. So if you say, like, do you use Facebook? Do you use Instagram? Do you use WhatsApp? Then your follow-up question, so they say, yes, I do, or yeah, yes, I do, something like that. Then your next question is going to be something like, we'll see it in just a second here. The next question will be, for Facebook, for example, can I add you as a friend? Can I add you as a friend? Or can I follow you? Or can I have your number? So depending on the social media that you're talking about, if it's Facebook, for example, can I add you as a friend? Or if it's Twitter or Instagram, like, can I follow you? Or if it's WhatsApp, can I have your number? In YouTube, Roberto says, can I say, pass me your Facebook? No, we don't use the verb pass for Facebook. We don't use that verb. We say, like, can I add you? Or can I friend you on Facebook? We use these as verbs, to friend or to add. So we don't use the verb pass. We can say, though, like, let's exchange Facebook info, or like, let's exchange, like, our Instagram account names. Exchange is okay too. So these are some good questions you can ask that are rather polite. So again, if you say, give me your Facebook or give me your Instagram, it's a little too pushy. So I don't recommend those. Instead, I recommend, do you use Facebook? Then can I add you as a friend? Long in YouTube says can or could. I would recommend can. Could I add you as a friend? It's a little more formal. And in most cases, if you're saying, like asking about someone's social media accounts, it's probably a casual situation. So I would recommend using can instead of could. Yeah, do you have Instagram? Yes. So, and so something says, can I say, do you have Facebook? Yes. That's the question we talked about before. And Gerson says, can you give me your Facebook? Is that way correct? Can you give me your Facebook? It's okay, but I still think it's better to ask, do you use Facebook? I think most people say that instead. It's more polite. It's much softer. I would recommend, do you use Facebook? And then the next question, if they say yes, say, can I add you as a friend? Tony says, would you like to have my phone number? That is a very confident question. I don't know if I would use that. If someone said that to me, I would feel that person is a little too confident, actually. On Facebook, Essa asks, hi Essa, I just answered one of your questions in the next Ask Alicia. Are you on Instagram? Yes, you can use are you on Instagram or are you on Facebook? Yeah, Tariq has the same question on Facebook. Are you on Instagram? Are you on Facebook? Yes, those are great questions too. Leo asks, may I have your number? Yes, that's also a good question. Today I'm focusing on like social media because I think many people like to use those today. So these are a few ways that you can kind of politely ask for someone's social media like accounts, and they have the chance to refuse if they like to. Okay, good. So I would recommend that. All right. Shubham on YouTube says, can we be friends on Facebook? That's another nice question. Yeah. So you can, again, do you use Facebook? Yes. Can we be friends on Facebook? Okay. That's sort of the pattern for the conversation. So do you use Facebook? Do you use Instagram? These are very nice questions to ask. I highly recommend those. Okay. Yeah, and Dina has another one. Are you on Twitter? Do you use Twitter? We have that as well. Yes. Good. Okay. So that's our first topic for today. How to kind of ask about social media in a polite way. But now I want to take a quick break. So as always, our awesome team has prepared some good stuff for you guys this week for free. So please check the link in the description below the video on YouTube and above the video on Facebook. This week we have PDF cheat sheets again. A lot of people really liked these, I think. They are free PDF cheat sheets. I think you're going to see them in just a second, maybe. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so these are cheat sheets, vocabulary cheat sheets, so that you are able to kind of review any vocabulary that maybe you're not confident about, or maybe there's a new topic that you know you're going to need to use or to think about. So these are great ways to do that. You can download these for free from our website. If you check the link below the video on YouTube and above the video if you're watching on Facebook, you can download those for free right away. So please check those out. There's a lot of good stuff in there. Okay. Great. So let's get back to today's topic. Good. And yes, if you're just joining, please make sure to like and share the video. Super, super helpful for us. Today we're talking about exchanging contact information. You Malik asks, which video should I use to learn English from beginning on your channel? From absolute beginner, we have one 30-minute video that's actually kind of old that we did, but it's like learn English in 30 minutes, but it's from our English in 3 minutes series. That's a nice way to learn the basics, I think. I don't use WhatsApp, no. My Instagram account, I start this live stream every week with an example from my social media accounts. If you haven't found it by now, go check. Okay. Let's go on to the next topic. So the next topic is going to be exchanging your contact information in a more formal situation. So how do you do that in a business situation, for example? If you go to a conference or a networking event, then you might have a business card with you. Like maybe I do have a business card. I don't know. Maybe I don't. But if you go to like a networking event or something like that, you might have cards with you. So that's a situation. I might have something in here. Here, I have an Adidas card. We'll use that. Okay, so this will be my business card for today. Okay, so if you go to a business event, it's natural to introduce yourself to someone because you are at the event for the purpose of networking, for the purpose of exchanging contact information. So when you do that, it's typically polite, at least at like a conference in the US or maybe a conferences in the UK, for example, to share a little bit about yourself. So who are you? What do you do? And then you can finish that by giving the other person your card. You can say, here's my card. And then, you'll see it here in just a second. So you'll say, here's my card. Yeah, here's my card. And then give a summary of your job, a really quick summary of your job. So for example, I could say, hi, my name is, here's my card. I make videos at EnglishClass101.com. Or here's my card. I edit and translate documents in my case. Or here's my card. I bake cakes in a bakery. I don't know, depending on your job, depending on what you do. Here's my card. Plus a summary of your job. So this summary should probably begin with a verb phrase. So in my case, make videos and teach English at EnglishClass101.com. So some kind of short summary of your job when you give the other person your card. However, if you're having a conversation with somebody and they don't give you a card, they don't give you any information about how to contact them, but you would like to keep in touch, don't ask for their social media account. Don't say, do you use Facebook? Perhaps if it's very casual, if it's very, low-key, then you could. But instead, in most business situations, there are a couple of other questions that you can ask. Here, these two are more formal questions. First, is there an email address where I can reach you about this? If you like, you can drop this part. That's okay. Is there an email address where I can reach you? Is fine. Or is there an email address where I can reach you about this? So meaning about this topic. So this is one way, you can ask for an email address. Or here, is there a phone number where I can reach you? This is another way to get in touch with somebody for a more a business situation, something that's a little bit more of a formal question. Raphael, yes, it is an Adidas card. That was the card I had in my wallet. Okay, my example business card. So these two are more formal. These two are ways that you can ask more politely for someone's professional contact information. So in this case, if you say, is there a phone number where I can reach you? It's probably not going to be, well, it might be someone's personal cell phone number, but these are more professional questions. So I want to practice this a little bit. So I mentioned in my example about giving your business card to someone. Giving a short summary of what you do. I know many of you teach or are students or are studying, but imagine if you were going to a conference, if you were going to a more formal situation, looking for a job in English, for example, and you gave your card to somebody, what would you say? So this is our point. So I hope, get ready to chat at me. So in your case, if you were giving your card, we'll see it here in a second. Oh, we're fixing some text really quickly. If you were giving your card to someone in a formal situation, what would you say? So my example was, here's my card. I make videos for EnglishClass101.com. Here, take my card. This is me. Or here's my card. I translate and I edit English documents. Or here's my card. I run a design firm in LA. So in your case, if you were giving your card to someone in a formal situation, what would you say? Garrison has a question on Facebook. Is there a phone number where I can reach out you? You can say reach out to you, but reach out is typically used like when maybe you're making an introduction for a new project. Like, for example, I want to reach out to you to see if you're interested in this project. When you're just exchanging information, I would recommend, is there a phone number where I can reach you? I think that's better. Don't worry about reach out in this introductory one. Thanks for the question, though. Okay, so Dina says, here's my card. I am. So here, if you want to introduce your job title, which I think Dina did in the YouTube chat, if you want to introduce just your job title, say, I am a teacher. I am a doctor. Or here, like what I was thinking was what do you do? So I help people with their problems. I don't know. So here you can introduce your job title, or you can introduce actually your activities here. So either is fine. Good. Junior says, here's my card. I'm a student. Okay, good. That's fine. If you're a student, by the way, talk about what you're studying. So you can say, like Junior, in your case, I don't know what you're studying, but like, here's my card. I'm a student. I'm studying blah, 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 or I'm interested in blah, blah, blah. So give the other person something like, how are they going to remember you? Give them something. They're like, oh yeah, this is his card. This guy is interested in, I don't know, cakes. I don't know why cakes, but okay. So please think about that. This is an opportunity to share something about yourself with the other person. Roberto says, here's my card. Don't forget your article. I am an expert in jeans. Oh, okay. Exciting. Wadi, do you mind if you give me your mobile number? I would say, I don't know that that's maybe the best question. You could say like, would it be possible to get your contact information? Is much more natural, I feel. Okay. Tuan says, here's my card. I'm a software quality control expert maybe, or I'm a software quality control specialist. Something like that. That's nice though. Subham says, here's my card. Make sure, don't forget this S, yeah? Here's my card. I'm studying engineering. Nice. Taylor, here's my card. I'm an English teacher. I'm an adult English teacher. Sounds good. Ferris says, here's my card. I'm a magician. Really? Okay, cool. Tariq on Facebook says, here's my card. I run an engineering consultancy firm. Perfect. Very nice. Friel, here's my card. I'm an Arabic teacher. Great. Dina says, what is reach you? Is there, reach you means contact you. So like to reach out, it's like, so reaching is this motion. Yeah. Like to reach for something, but, reach out as a set phrase means contact someone like digitally, like through transmission. So to reach out to someone through email. So like reaching out, but they're far away. So reach out in like by phone or by email. Angelo says, here's my card. I'm a designer. Good. Raphael on Facebook. I'm a lawyer. Here's my card. Great. Good. Okay. Very nice. This seems very clear. Okay. So this is one way to introduce yourself in a business situation. But it is time for another break, I think. So let's take a quick break and look again at our PDF cheat sheets for the week. You'll see them in just a second. These, yeah, there they go. So we're talking about today business and work in this section right now. So if you know that there's like something businessy related, perhaps that you need to brush up on before you go to a conference to exchange your cards, this could be a good resource for you. So these are PDFs. You can download them to your phone or to your computer, and you can study them even if you don't have access to the internet. So take a look at those. The link is below the video on YouTube and above the video on Facebook. Okay, good. So let's finish up today our third topic, I said. So the third topic was responding to requests for your contact information. We talked about it a little bit already. But also, if you haven't already, make sure to like the video. If you're just joining, like and share. Okay. Anyway, let's go on to the last topic for today. So we talked about like, do you use Facebook, or is there a phone number where I can reach you? Of course, and some of you mentioned in the chat too, like, can I have your email address or can I have your phone number? Those are great questions as well. I wanted to introduce a few different ones today. But if someone says, can I have your email address? Can I have your phone number? Of course, just say sure. Sure is a great response, or yes is a very simple response. That's great. And then give your information. However, sometimes, of course, for everybody, there are cases where we don't want to give our contact information to the other person for a number of reasons. So I want to introduce a couple ways to refuse, and that are like polite, I feel, and hopefully the other person is not creepy or pushy. So please, I hope you aren't creepy or pushy, and hopefully the other person is not creepy and not pushy. But if someone says, for example, can I have your phone number? And you think, oh, I don't really want to give this person my number, you can use this response. I'm sorry, but it's private. It's private. So this is a nice phrase. It's a very, very general response. You can use this for like your phone number, your email address. If you like your social media accounts, perhaps too, like, I'm sorry, but it's private. This is a very general response you can use to a request for your contact information. I'm sorry, but it's private. My phone number is private. So in most cases, the other person should understand, okay, I should not push any further. So I'm sorry, but it's private. Okay. However, if you have maybe like a specific rule for like your social media use or something like that, and a couple other things that you can say, like if someone says, can I have your Facebook, or do you use Facebook, or something like that, and maybe you do, but you have a specific rule for how you use Facebook or how you use Instagram. Many people do. You can say, for example, sorry, I use Facebook for family members only. So maybe this is a polite way to refuse someone if you like. If people are being like pushy, if you're dealing with a pushy person or a creepy person, you can try to use something like this. Like, I use Facebook for my family members only, or my Instagram is for close friends only. So these are a couple of examples of ways to like nicely refuse. If, however, there's still like someone is still like really pushing you or whatever, you can say something like, I prefer not to share my contact information. But hopefully you don't need to say that. So I'm sorry, it's private. Yeah, can I, in YouTube, the YouTube chat says the rude one is, I'm sorry, but it's none of your business. Yes, that is rather rude. So if the person is rather pushy, if they're like really pushing for your contact information, and like you've politely refused many times, somebody might say that. So it's none of your business. It is quite rude, yeah, but you might hear that if you're too pushy. Yeah. Okay. Good. Monk Tushig on Facebook says, I can't download the cheat sheets. Do you have an account? You need to have an account on the website. You can make an account for free and then go to the link and download the cheat sheets there. Okay, good. So we talked about a lot of points for today. But I hope that the things we talked about today are helpful in politely and tactfully. So tactful means like maybe kindly and with understanding for the other person's feelings. So I hope that you can exchange your contact information and exchange your social media stuff politely and without being creepy or pushy. Okay. So we have to finish up today's stream, unfortunately. So thank you so much for joining us today. We're wrapping up at the end of the lesson. I'm going to steal the mouse. Ta-da, sorry. Okay. Good. But I have to finish up for today. So next week's live stream, we're going to talk about job interview questions. A lot of you have asked about job interview situations and so on. So I'm going to prepare some sample job interview questions and a couple different patterns for how to answer. So that's going to be next week's topic. Kuroraburu no hito. Yes, it is live. It is live. This is almost finished though. So we're going to talk about typical questions and some sample answers for job interviews in English. So I hope that that's useful for you guys. So please join us next week. So next week is going to be Wednesday, January 17th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's New York City time. So look at what time it is now. For those of you watching live, it's 30 minutes ago. So we'll start 30 minutes ago next week. So in the meantime, of course, please check out the links, the PDF sheets I talked about before. Also, if you like, thanks very much for submitting all your questions on the Ask Alicia page too. That's really cool. If you have other questions, please feel free to send me questions at the Ask Alicia page. That's at englishclass101.com/ask-alicia. So there are lots of ways for us to connect. Okay, so in the meantime, good luck exchanging your contact information with everybody and enjoy the rest of your week. So thank you so much for joining. Thank you very much for liking and sharing the video and for sending your great comments and your great questions. So enjoy the rest of your week, enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.